Hello friends. Well, here's my little bell. We're going to clear the space. Okay. That was nice. So, here we are. And we talk about waiting for the price of Bitcoin to, go to the moon. And it's not always about price, I know that. But a lot of us are really kind of sitting in a place of holding our Bitcoin, which means holding some value in Bitcoin, but also having to, live in this world where Bitcoin hasn't been accepted yet. So we gotta hold them while other things are happening. And that puts us in a precarious place. So I want to know what the cards want to tell us about where we are and how we can cope better with the price of Bitcoin not being at the moon yet. Like, when is that going to happen, and how long do we have to wait, and what do we do in the meantime? I'm kind of looking for those kinds of answers, so let's see what comes up. It's okay for me to cry when I need to. Well, that's some way to start the reading. I guess I just have to cry about it then. That's kind of funny. Not that I'm laughing about people crying, I'm just saying I can totally relate to that, because sometimes that's the way you feel. You just want to cry because you're like, damn, I'm doing everything right, and it's still not working. I don't know what else to do. Boy, we had a situation like that. My son drove his car and got a live bird, stuck in the grill of his car. And it took us like 45 minutes to get this bird out. Man, we were about to cry. We're sitting there on the ground just saying, we have tried everything to take this bird out of the grill work, and we just couldn't. There were no screws, there were no things to pop. Eventually we just moved this little rubber piece and we squished it out of a hole. It's fine, it's doing fine, it's recovering. But, we just had to get to a point where it was like, alright, this needs to happen, and when that's what we did. So, do something kind for someone without any expectation, like that bird. Save it. Don't let it die in the grow work with no expectation. Just do it because you want to be a nice guy. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Do it because it's the right thing to do. And you know it's the right thing to do. And even though it's a pain in the ass and it's hard, it's still the right thing to do. And so you got to do it because it's the right thing to do. How many times has that happened to me? Too many. More than I can count. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Yeah, I've gotten fired over stuff like that too, where I did the right thing and they didn't like it because it didn't make enough money or whatever. Okay, anyway. Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. Well, let's see what this card has to teach us. What number is that? Number 4, right at the beginning. Past, present, and future. Integrating past, present, and future. We all arrive on this earth with a plan. We all have lessons to learn. In the process of learning these lessons, most of us will encounter experiences that we will label as bad. This labeling and duality we carry with us wherever we go is what we call our so-called baggage. When we let these labels direct our reactions to life and experiences in the present, or even project them into the future, we are working with a lower energy vibration. When you are able to integrate your lessons without labels, then you are free to remain in the present experience and enjoy it for what it truly is. You can then move forward into the future without expectations or agendas, and be much more open to what will be for our highest and best. Let go of labels and judgments surrounding the situation. Well, that's interesting. Relative to what we're talking about here. Okay, I think I'm going to get a different deck of cards, so here they are. Yeah, so past, present, and future. So, you know, you gotta just do the right thing because you gotta do the right thing. And that's saving Bitcoin. And just showing up every day. You know, I had a thought about what I'm doing here, and I had a thought about it, and I'm, you know, getting wrapped up in how do I make my channel grow, and what are the requirements for YouTube, and all this other stuff. And I'm kind of getting led down a path I don't want to go down, because that's not why I'm doing this. But then I'm thinking, you know, Bob Ross just showed up every day. He didn't moan about it. He just showed up every day, and he made a body of work that people are still referring back to. And also, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, same thing. That guy just kept showing up every day, not looking for any rewards or anything. He kept showing up every day because he was doing something that he knew was important and that people needed to see. And that was his contribution, and it's still important. People still know Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I grew up with that. So I kind of figure I'm showing up here and I'm doing what I'm doing, and, you know, if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, that's okay. I'm going to do the best I can, but I got to keep showing up, and that's 3/4 of success is being stubborn enough not to quit. I've been saying that since I was a kid. All right. So, you know, what are we learning here today? Tenacity? What is it with Bitcoin? Like, you know, how much longer do we got to keep doing this? Or is it just we got to get into a habit of doing something and then just keep doing it and getting better at it and better at it, so by the time we turn around and we realize that we have all this wealth with Bitcoin, we're already sovereign people, and we say, it doesn't really matter that much. I've already taught myself how to be a sovereign person. Well, that's where we're starting. 10 of Cups. I'm already a sovereign person, so what am I complaining about? Stop crying about things, and, you know, you're already in a great place. You already have a great life. So, what's the challenge? Not seeing that? Yeah. Looking at all the stuff that you lost instead of the good stuff that you have. Worrying about things that didn't work out instead of the things that are working out. Like family and happiness. Taking that for granted. Anyway, coming from a place of judgment. Okay, yeah. Calling judgment on it and saying, no, we're going to be different. We're Bitcoiners now. We're going to move forward and have a better society, because we're not going to be all about money and greed. We're going to be about humanity and what benefits people and carries us forward. What's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do? You know what the right thing to do is. Now you just got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it because it's the right thing to do. Queen of Swords. That's the goal. Seeing it. Honest. Honest. Being honest with yourself and saying, I know what the right thing is. It's going to be harder than cheating or manipulating, but it's the right thing, and it's the way I got to be. I got to be the right thing. Death. End of a cycle. Yeah. Ego death. I don't care about, you know, what anybody thinks. I'm going to speak my truth. End of a cycle. I'm tired of being the mask. I want to be genuine, authentic. My tools? Yeah, I'm carrying that harvest home. I know how to be authentic. Now I'm going to do it. And if they don't like it, tough. How do I see myself? Knight of Wands. Yeah, movement, fast movement, motivation. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I know what's right, and I'm going to do it. This is about Bitcoin. 4 Cups. So, you see the things that are out there, the choices. Shitty, 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 doing the right thing. Shitty, 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 doing the right thing. What are you going to choose? Shitty or doing the right thing? A lot of shitty choices. Are you going to do the right thing? Hopes and fears. The fool. You afraid you're going to look like a fool if you do the right thing? Nah. You're going to look like a great person. They're going to say, hey, this person's authentic and they follow their own drum. I respect that. Final outcome? The magician. That's right. Because when you follow yourself and you're authentic, you do magical things. That's the magic. That is the magic. So, here we are with all these things that are right here that we don't even see. We're just so lucky and so happy and we're just great. And the fact is, we're Bitcoiners. So, we're here. The simple fact that we found Bitcoin, we're already here. Stop worrying about the crap that didn't work and the fiat and all the scammy systems that are out there that don't work. You keep showing up, you keep doing the right thing, it's okay. Turn around. There's 2 cups there. They're waiting for you. And the castle and the bridge and the castle. If you look at the other cups, you'll find your way. You've called judgment on this. You're done. I don't want this anymore. I want something better. I'm going to be something better. I found Bitcoin. This is the way. I have truth. I know the truth. I don't get caught up in these games anymore. End of my ego, end of the games, end of the manipulation, end of the crap. I'm carrying this harvest home. I've worked hard, and I'm taking this harvest home. I got motivation, and I'm going to get it done. I know I don't really feel like it, but I'm going to get up and do it anyway because it's the right thing to do. And yeah, shit. But it's the right thing to do, and I got to do the right thing. No more crappy decisions. I'm making good decisions now. Good decisions. And I don't care what anybody thinks of me, because I'm setting out on this new journey, and I'm going to make it. It's going to be fine. I'm going to get there. Because I am the magician, and I get to create my reality. So if I want a different reality, I create that. And Bitcoin allows me to do that. So, that's cool. This is a great reading. Because, you know, we are empowered. As Bitcoiners, we got something other people don't have. We have Bitcoin. We have been empowered. If you think it's just some stock you're trading, then you're missing the point. You have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to save the world. It's going to save humanity. That was the point. That was the point of Bitcoin, was to save humanity. One more. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Ooh, boy. Well, see, when you're busy doing the right thing, all of a sudden good stuff happens, and you go, how did that happen? That's because you're doing the right thing, and you're building up momentum. You're building up that good energy. Full moon in Aries. Full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fiery. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Be assertive. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry about that, but this could be the issue. You need to have more fun. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just, or is just about to, come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if Bitcoin's going to do something exciting. Fiery climax. Going to the moon. And it's a full moon. Illumination. That's really fun. Past, present, and future. Yep, because we know what the past is. We're in the present, and we're hoping the future is going to be what? Bitcoin to the moon. Bear. Bear. That's a bear market for the stocks. Bear. Waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. Bear, winter wanes. The warmth of spring emerges and your transformation begins. Inner strength, yearning to grow. Well, my little bears, my little bear cubs, remember, you are waking up and transforming. So, there you have it. This is the reading. So, this is what we want to know about. It's about becoming Bitcoin people. It's becoming better people because of Bitcoin. When you own Bitcoin, it really realigns your morality. It realigns your priorities. It realigns your activities. And you're different. You become a different thing. Because of death, you become the fool. Because you lose your ego, you become someone who doesn't care about what other people say, and you just go out and do what you know is right. And that's the key thing, is doing what you know is right. It's judgment. It's, seeing that you have a harvest and you want to bring it home. It's about truth. So, yeah, we start here. And we kind of end here, because we are the magician and we create what we want. We create our reality. You create your reality every day. Your word is your wand. You create reality. So, in what kind of reality do you want to live in? Bitcoin is here. So can you make the hard choices and do the hard work and become a Bitcoin person who is sovereign and fair and treats other people well? That's the challenge. I don't know. Do you have it in you? Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.